fire-cured tobacco dipped in Pappy Van Winkle bourbon and Pappy Van Winkle bourbon cask, rolled by Drew Estate rollers in Nicaragua, Esteli. Let's go. What's good, Camfo? We got another banger today. We got the Pappy cigar in the house today. I got it in a Toro format. I do have a Robusto upstairs too. I was actually going through my humidor and searching to see what I could smoke today. I didn't plan on recording, but I saw the Pappy Van Winkle and I said, hey, let's give it a try. So I had two. I had the Toro and I got the Robusto. Decided I'd go with the longer format. And I didn't know what I was getting myself into when I first grabbed a cigar. I opened it up, took the cellophane off, and gave it a sniff, and I was like, whoa, what is that smell? So it's got this campfire smell to it. Kind of reminds you of like a Scotch whiskey or something, just that peaty, that fire, that smokiness to it. So that's what you're picking up on this cigar. Quite interesting. And you know what I said, hey, since I'm smoking a Pappy Van Winkle cigar, and obviously it's been meshed with Pappy Van Winkle bourbon, we might as well go with buffalotrace since they're all in the same family anyway, and probably make the perfect pairing. So before we get into the cigar, I got a quick message for y'all. Quick shout out to my subscribers, my old subscribers, and my new subscribers. Thank y'all so much. We're about 240 right now, almost at 250, halfway there to 500. Really appreciate y'all. Hey, again, if y'all like what you're seeing, please hit that like and subscribe button. Helps me out. Make sure I'm bringing good content to y'all. All right, here we go. All right, y'all. So yeah, we got this Pappy Van Winkle. We're gonna give it a cut real quick, cold draw. It's not as smoky as it smells. So as I'm giving it a cold draw, it gives off a creamy flavor. And it's right at the back end where you can start get some of the waft of the fire cured tobacco, but it's not harsh at all, and it's coming off smoother than I thought because the smell is rather robust when you take it out that cellophane, but it's quite smooth as soon as you get the cold draw. So that's really legit. And I also like the fact that they use the two-tone style on the cigar. Always pretty cool because what you have is an overlay cigar. So the darker end is it's actually a Mexican San Andreas wrapper. Not sure what this one is. It could be, a Habano style. Not sure, but when I looked online, I did see that they source some of the filler tobacco out of Nicaragua, and then there's another source that says there's some out of Indonesia. So not really sure what the truth is, but I can definitely say it's got that Nicaraguan filler in there. And 100% long filler, not machine rolled, all hand rolled. And the site states it as a medium plus. So medium plus burn, and apparently they're saying it's for beginner cigars and the cigar enthusiasts alike. So hopefully we can enjoy this. I do like Drew Estate and what Drew Estate has to offer. So let's check and see what we get in this Pappy Van Winkle. Another interesting to know that, you can't even get a bottle of Pappy. Some people can. Where I live, if you even found a bottle of Pappy Van Winkle, it's probably going to cost you about $5,000 for a bottle of that bourbon. So quite surprised to see that the aging process involved with the creation of the cigar, being that they took bundles of the tobacco and then they fire cured it, and then they placed those bundles and soaked them in some Pappy Van Winkle, and then aged them or fermented them in the Pappy Van Winkle cask. So it really take upon that the flavors of the bourbon, which would be really cool. Then looking up some more information, looks like they had that process took about 12 to 18 months for that aging process. So that seems like quite a bit of time to get that in there. So hopefully it's not overwhelming. Quite a little tug on the cigar right now. I feel like it's rolled nice and tight. So the draw is a little bit restrictive, but not enough to where I can't get the smoke out. But I'm having to pull a little tight, a little harder than I normally do with cigars. Flavor's pretty good. You got some cedar going on in there. The cedar brings out some of the spiciness of the cigar, but then there's also this undertone of this oak that I taste too. Now, the fire cured process really doesn't shine in this first part of the cigar. So I'm not tasting a lot of that smokiness. Is more the smokiness from the cigar itself. But the flavors are good so far on this first light. I can't complain about that at all. I just wish the draw was a little bit better, but we'll see as it goes down how that goes. But other than that, I mean, some things I like about the cigar again is the two-tone. The Habano-like wrapper, it's a little bit drier in color. Doesn't have a lot of shininess to it all, like the darker San Andreas wrapper there does, but it still looks good. And the banding is really nice. Got of course the Pappy Van Winkle logo there with some gold inlay, and of course hidden on the side over there is the Drew Estate logo. And that's how I saw that's how I found out that it was a Drew Estate made too. I saw that little thing on the side there. It's halfway covered up on the end there, but there it is. I feel like she's opened up a little bit now. Probably just had to get through some of that first little bit of that tobacco there. But yeah, it ain't bad so far. It's smooth. It isn't strong at all, so I get why they say that the beginner or intermediate smoker could get the feel for this, because right now it's really coming off as a smooth cigar, and but smooth but still flavorful. So that's where it will come in, where the your aficionado or your seasoned smoker would really like that, because it has a stronger profile in the flavor, but it's not too much. It's just enough for you to get a good taste of the tobacco. So I honestly would dare say that I would give this to a beginner smoker, and just to kind of surprise them a little bit, because when they smell this, they're gonna think, oh man, it's a little bit strong. I don't know if I'm ready for this. And then when they start smoking it and notice how smooth it is and how really good the flavors are coming out on the cigar, they'll probably enjoy it. Yeah, but buffalotrace doesn't take anything away from it. Does add to it. Get a little sweetness from that corn and that bourbon there. And of course, this is the Ambassador Select buffalotrace. So slightly different from your normal line buffalotrace. This is, to me, is an elevated version of the buffalotrace that tastes really good. I mean, the buffalotrace in itself is good for mixing or whatnot and sipping, whatever. But to each his own. This one is definitely a sipper. It tastes way more balanced than the original version. So that is the Ambassador Select. Really good job on that. All right, so I think what I'll do is keep smoking this down, and if anything changes, of course, I'll come in and update you, and we'll see you in a little bit. All right, we're coming down. Final first third of this cigar, and doing really well. Cigar. The burn line is doing really well. Ash holding on strong. I'm having no issues with this cigar, other than the little constriction on the flow in the cigar, puffing on it. So that would be my only major complaint right now with this cigar. Other than that, holding up pretty good. More of the flavors of the fire cured and the tobacco are starting to come out now in the cigar, but it's not overpowering, not overwhelming at all. I would say if you were to drink a scotch, let's say Islay scotch, because your Islay scotches are typically more a little way more smokier than your Highlands, would probably pair well with this cigar, and of course probably bring a lot of those smokier fire cured notes out of this cigar. So if I were to smoke this again, I would probably try to go with an Isle Scotch. I got some ardbeg upstairs. I thought about bringing that down, but once I smelled that cigar and smelled how smoky it was, but I felt like it was gonna overpower it at that moment, so I just went ahead and went with the Buffalotrace. But I still think that was a good idea anyway, because it's allowing me to taste more of the cigar anyway, and the bourbon is not getting in the way of the cigar. So if we're speaking about balance, I made a good choice. But I think next time I want to bring in some of that ardbeg. Not even crazy on the retrohale, but it's got some raisin notes on that cold draw, and some just aged oak, and it's not peppery at all. I'm not getting any those pepper notes, white pepper at best right now. So you can get a nice retrohale if you're a beginner trying to figure out how to pick up some more of those cigar nuances. This would be a really good cigar to start with. So yeah, not bad at all. So that's really all I have on the updates. It's doing really good. I'll continue to smoke it down. If anything changes, I'll update you if needed. All right. Ha, look at that. Just fell off. All right, y'all. So Pappy Van Winkle shot through the second third of the cigar. Second third really didn't change much. You still get that that fire cured flavor, right? Subtle, not subtle, but I mean, it's not overpowering. To be honest, the thing about this cigar is it's consistent in regards to the flavor doesn't change much. So with the build of the cigar, having tobacco that's fire cured, that's adding a lot of flavor to a cigar, and then you're adding the bourbon to it, and then aging it in a bourbon cask as well. So it's all that, condensed down into one cigar. So for me, the flavors of the cigar didn't change much. So it wasn't super complex. It was just it is as it is. Kentucky fire cured tobacco with bourbon notes. I didn't get a lot of bourbon notes, I will add, but a lot of those smokier notes you do pick up with this cigar. So if you're looking for a cigar that's going to change a lot on you, this isn't the one. No hit on a cigar though. The cigar was good. I enjoyed it. It's something that I would recommend. I don't know if I would have a full box of the cigars, but I definitely would probably keep a few in the humidor. And it paired very well with the Buffalotrace. The Buffalotrace added something to the cigar in regards to the sweeter profile notes that came out with the cigar. But again, like I said before, I think next time I will try a smoky Scotch and see if it brings out some more of the hidden flavors in this tobacco, because I wasn't able to pick up a lot of it. You get kind of overwhelmed with the smokiness of the fire cured tobacco. And I don't know what they were going for with this cigar, but I mean, that's kind of what I get. I mean, I have tasted Pappy Van Winkle bourbon before, and I can't pick up those flavors of the bourbon at all. So I would say the Buffalotrace helped bring out some of the sweeter notes of the tobacco, and which was pretty good. But I was basically just smoking this down, trying to get to the other wrapper here, the Mexican San Andreas. But again, the San Andreas was all throughout the cigar. It was just wrapped with the lighter Habano colored cigar there. So you're getting that throughout the whole cigar. And I think that the lighter cigar added a bit of creaminess to the cigar that I really enjoyed. Now the ash of the cigar, good ash retention on the cigar. That held up very well throughout the cigar. And other than it falling off right there before I took that break in the first third of the cigar, that's really the only time that it really fell off. I was able to manage it well, but it held on well throughout the whole cigar, and I really did enjoy that. But yeah, just you're not gonna get a ton of of different nuance. Well, I mean, unless you got an exceptional palate, mine, I mean, only goes so far. And it really, that fire, that's what I taste, that fire cured tobacco. So if that's what they were going for with a cigar, they definitely hit it out of the ballpark. Good cigar. If you can get your hands on it, I definitely recommend it. Another hitter by Drew Estate. I really enjoyed it and really enjoyed being able to share this experience with you all out there. So I think I'll go ahead and end the review right here. Maybe continue enjoying it, smoking it down a little bit more, because it's still a really good cigar. It's probably a good number cigar, you know, just for if you like those smokier notes. So there it is. But yeah, y'all know y'all know how I do. I really appreciate y'all, man. If y'all like what you're seeing, please like and subscribe. Help me get to the 500 subscribers. This is the milestone I'm trying to get to. After that, you know, it's another milestone, but whatever, it is what it is. Y'all know the motto: be kind to one another, be kindred in the leaf. We'll see you in the next review. Appreciate y'all. We'll see you next time.